Greetings, mathematicians. This summer, some of you may opt to use a notebook, and I want to show you how my math notebook is set up. Now, each one of my lessons, I will begin using my notebook, using the Elmo. So I'm titling this notebook Summer Math, 5th grade. And the very first page is a table of contents. And what you see here is, in the center, I have the title of my lesson, I have the date, and I have, over here, zoom in, 1L and 1R. This stands for page 1 left, page 1 right. And I'll show you a little bit more about what that means. So this is our pages. And over here, we've got table of contents, and we've got our dates. Now, this is just the notes for week 1. So I'm going to set these up starting each week. Week 2, I'm going to switch to a different color. So intro to note-taking, that's what I'm actually recording right now. Tomorrow, Tuesday, it'll be an intro to fractions. Wednesday, comparing and ordering fractions. And on Friday, adding and subtracting fractions. All right, let's get into it. So once I have my table of contents, you can go ahead and skip 1 page, 2 pages. Now, when I do notes in my classroom in room 19, I like to do notes that are left and right. This way I have the whole book open. So everything that's on both of these pages has some sort of connection. And in the table of contents, I had said 1L and 1R. If you look down in the corner here, you will see 1L. So that means this is page 1 left. On the other side, you will see page 1R. So I'm counting both of these pages as page 1. I've got a left, and now I have a right. So everything spread out has to do with one topic. So this is generally how I take notes in class. This is how we're going to do it for summer math. Let's zoom in. Now, every one of my online tutorials will begin in a similar fashion. I will again put the date. I will put in the title, and this was Math Notes. And I always have a target or an objective. So today it's, I will learn to set up my math notes. This one is a pretty easy objective. Now, typically after we put our objective, tomorrow the objective will be looking at fractions, naming fractions, or comparing fractions. That's what our objective would normally be. Typically, after we have that math-focused objective, we will have some sort of vocabulary and sketches. So if we had a lesson about geometry, I might actually draw a few things. For instance, when we're talking about fractions, like you're definitely going to see, I would model something like this fraction. I would be like, this is a numerator. And this is a denominator. This is not your typical vocabulary and definition section. This is going to be something that we're going to apply. We're going to make it a little more interesting. So there will be a little bit of drawing. Once we have our objective and the language that we're going to use to meet that objective, I typically will give you an example at the bottom of 1L. So this might be a word problem. This might be a breakdown, a step-by-step instructions how to solve a problem. And typically when we do math, there's like variations of each type of problem. So we might need a second or third example. And they would move over to 1R. And lastly, we're going to have like next steps. So today's next steps, I'm going to have you go into BrainPop and log on using the username and password that I'm posting on Google Classroom. The next thing I'll have you do, for those of you that haven't been there yet, you can go over to Prodigy, join my class code, C8B510, And the last thing I'm going to have you guys do today is actually go to Quizlet. I have a set of vocabulary terms related to the next 4 weeks that I want you to check out. And all of these links will be found in your classroom assignment for June 15th. All right. Thanks for watching.